Hi, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today we have Echoes Through Time and Quiet Rebel Tarot by Lyn Thurman. These are two decks that came in from Kickstarter. It was a Kickstarter for Quiet Rebel, and I ordered Echoes Through Time because I've been wanting it for ages, and she always has good deals on Kickstarter. And plus, it's easier to ship them together. So I ordered it. Now I have both and I'm excited. And we're going to take a look at them together as like a side by side. But I will say this is going to be probably an unfair comparison because I don't think the decks are anything alike, but they are by the same artist and creator. So we'll see. It says the past is calling. What if the figures from history's masterpieces could step off the canvas and into our modern world? Echoes Through Time Tarot explores that very question with striking digital collages that blend classical oil paintings with contemporary scenes. Each card is a portal, inviting you to journey through time, connecting with timeless archetypes reimagined in modern settings. And the Quiet Rebel says the Quiet Rebel Tarot is a deck for those who won't be boxed in by tradition, who find power in reflection and magic in rebellion. Rooted in the wisdom of the Rider Waite Smith, but reimagined with a bold, independent spirit, this deck invites you to explore your inner world with honesty, courage, and a touch of defiance. Whether you're a seasoned reader or just beginning your tarot journey, the Quiet Rebel Tarot speaks in whispers and sparks, guiding you to create your own path on your own terms. All right. Made in the UK. Shout out to my UK people out there if you're watching this inside of the box. Now, I do know, I remember hearing her say, or reading about this in her emails, that she used a different producer for this, like a different printer. She went with a UK printer, and this is printed in China. So the quality of this box is definitely better. I can feel like it's sturdier. It's completely wrapped, as you can see, smoother. The paper here is very nice. And this one is kind of softer. It's linen, but it's a softer box. Kind of it's just not as sturdy as this one. And the paper is, it just feels like printer paper. But it's sufficient. It's absolutely sufficient because the box is keeping the cards, and that's really all I needed to do. um, so this one is edged. It's a little bowed. This one came bowed out of the box. Very bowed. Actually, I haven't even taken these out yet. So this is, ooh, look at those pretty backs. Really like the backs. All right. Inside matches the backs. That's pretty. That's the box. And the little booklet. Let's get that out so we can take a look. Okay. This cardstock is different. It feels different in my hands. It's not bowed. And that's the inside the box. Let's get that out. We need that. So there's a QR code where you can look at a guidebook, which I will scan and put some pictures on the screen now so that you can see what that looks like. And then there's about the cards, reading the cards. There's a couple of spreads and then one word keywords for each card. So that's Echoes Through Time. Quiet Rebel. Okay, it looks like you have, instead of one word keywords for the cards, you have like phrases, a couple of phrases and keywords for each card. And also a QR code here to download a guidebook. And I'll put pictures on the screen of what that looks like now. And so that you can get a feel for what you would get when you download the guidebook. And we'll read a couple of those at the end, shuffle and read to see what she has to say and which keywords she's giving us. So I'm going to just keep these here so we know which decks we're looking at. And these are going to be my first impressions. I've never seen them before. I mean, I saw them on the Kickstarter, but I've never owned these decks. I've never watched any walkthroughs. Although I might have seen a walkthrough of this a long time ago on Akeli's Sunflowers channel. But it's been a while and I don't really remember it very well. And she has one of this, and I'm so excited to see it. But I haven't looked at it yet because I wanted to look at this. I knew it was coming and I wanted to see it myself and kind of go through it on my own. And then as soon as I'm finished with this tonight, I'm going to look at her walkthrough, or maybe this weekend. I'm going to put my deck back in order and go through it with her walkthrough. I'm excited to see to see her thoughts. Both decks are borderless. You've got a number at the top and a title at the bottom for Echoes Through Time. And then Quiet Rebel, we have a title bar. It's translucent, so I can see through it and what's behind it. And then you have a title, like this is like a, what do you call it? An archetype, and then the full, and then a number down here, all on the title bar. And we have animals in both. There's a kangaroo, which is perfect because we're jumping, right? She's got a suitcase. Both of them are carrying baggage. Wonderful. Both of them have their hand kind of up and one on their hip or down. They're in the same position, kind of almost, right? So it's interesting that she was able to find two images that are kind of in the same position there. Oh, let's look at the backs. Yes, both fully reversible and super beautiful, both of them, but definitely different, right? Quiet Rebel has words on it. It says truth. I like them both. And I think they both seem to suit the feel of the deck so far. Okay. The Magician and the Hustler over here. He's got his bag of tricks. So this Magician looks more shamanistic, more like he's actually, wielding magic or wielding energy of some sort. And this one is a hustler. He's a trickster. So that's interesting. As a rebel, the Third Eye Spy and the High Priestess. She's looking like a spy with her face covered up in that way. The pomegranate is hidden back here. So we have, I like the vibe of this where we have these older images in front of these more modern backgrounds. Or the modern, I guess it's like a modern scene that they've dropped these ancient people into almost. And it's similar over here, actually, when she's chosen these sort of more vintage photographs. I don't know if all of them will be like that, vintage photographs, or if there'll be a mix of types of photographs she used. Empress, I think I know that painting, and the Badass Gardener. Fun. Both very verdant. Emperor with the Rule Breaker. These are different, right? He's much more active and he's presenting strength and power. And this one is more like he's born into the strength and power. He looks like a king, and he looks like he's taking it or asserting it. The Unofficial Guide with the Hierophant. She has all the flags here, and he's a cardinal, so that's more traditional. The Lovers and the Risky Business. I wonder why. Let me just look in here and see. This is why I kept this out. The Lovers. Where are they? Choose with your heart, not with what's safe. Okay. Oh, maybe it's the dynamite that's making it risky. Because it could end at any time, right? Or, we don't know when that's going to blow up. I'm trying to see what's in the background. It looks like almost like a riot back there. Oh no, one person looks like they're playing a flute almost. And this lady over here looks like she's got a sword. What's she doing? I don't know. There's a lot going on in that background for sure. This is more traditional and serene. Have the sun god here instead of the angel to change it up a little. The Chariot or the Wild Ride. We're riding seahorses, big ones. Strength, the Beast Whisperer. Very similar here. The Hermit with the Solo Mission. If she's sitting on a big hat box, like I think she is, that reminds me of how people like to store like notes and ephemera in those boxes. So maybe that's the vibe we're supposed to get. Like she's stored all these little things, all her thoughts, all her um, things that are important to her and all that. And now she's sitting on it and keeping it to herself. She's not sharing it with anyone, her and her cat. And this hermit almost looks like a hierophant. but I like the light coming from their heart chakra there. Okay. Wheel of Fortune and the Cosmic Roulette. Similar, similar ideas here, similar themes. We've got casino games on both of them. This one actually has money and a ladybug, so luck be a lady tonight. I was just watching that movie a couple of weeks ago. Justice and the Karma Cop. Ooh, the Karma Cop. Hanged Man with Reality Dropout. Oh, I like that. Reality dropout. So instead of changing perspective on your own, it's like you're just dropping out. I want that could also feel a little bit like the reverse hermit, right? So if we turn the hermit upside down, um, he's checked out. Um, Death. Is this La Llorona and the end game? Game over. There's a lot of symbolism for death on this card. I hope there's not poison in those cups, though. So we've got poisonous snakes, we've got poisonous flowers, we've got mushrooms, the game over on the TV, and the skeleton. And I'm guessing this is probably some sort of death flower on her chest. And over here, what do we have representing death other than um, this dead mummy-looking mummified woman? I'm guessing this is La Llorona or someone like that. Temperance, the mad scientist. I like that for temperance. The alchemist, the mad scientist, the monkeys, and maybe a nod to evolutionary changes or developments and things like that. The sticky situation and the devil. They've dropped um so they've dropped this person from like the 1700s, and these people that look like they were painted maybe in the 1800s in front of what, a bar? I don't know. It's like there's like a neon sign. That's crazy. The sticky situation. Ooh, there's a alligator here. Is that the alligator from the Fool card? Did the Fool have an alligator? No, the Fool had a kangaroo in this one. Okay. I mean, I guess this is a sticky situation though, because it looks like wherever he is, it's not quite safe, right? Ooh, they're still playing as they're falling. They still haven't let go. The wrecking ball has come through and destroyed them, and they're still trying to play the oh crap moment. Love it. That's a good way to lighten up the tower. I made a video called Not So Scary Tower Cards, and I would have, if I had this deck when I made that video, it definitely would have been in there. The Star, the Eternal Optimist, the Hollywood Star. Oh, that's a little controversial, I think, on the Star card. The way some people feel about Hollywood. The Moon, the Shadow Assassin. Ooh, that took a dark turn. The Sun, good vibes only. Very different vibe from the Moon. Where's the Star? Interesting. And what about these? Here we have the Moon and the Star. Yeah, those really feel more like a unit, I think. Judgment. Oh, I didn't change it. The checkpoint. Nothing to declare, goods to declare. Okay. Okay. And here we're up on a stage. Text vote. Lines are now. Oh, goodness. The world. Mic drop. I love that. I remember this one from the Kickstarter in the advertisement. I love that for the world. Ace of Cups. The heart opener. Love it. It's got a can o' love and a can opener. This door is just cracked enough. Just cracked. Two of Cups, the Sweet Exchange. And this definitely looks like a sweet exchange. They have cookies. Or at first I thought they were chocolate cup like white chocolate covered strawberries or maybe yogurt covered strawberries, but now I'm thinking maybe they're cookies and candy canes. The Fun Slingers, the Three of Cups. That's great. The Plot Hole, Four of Cups. Where did the story go? An unfinished mystery. So I was thinking that she looks more like a Four of Cups I would expect to look. I love all the lush background behind her. And because there's a lot, it's beautiful there, but she's just still not happy, not engaged. Um, Here, it's like she's searching for something more. Where did the story go? An unfinished mystery. So this is more of an active. Normally, when I think of Four of Cups, I do think of people being very lackadaisical and still. I don't know that I have too many decks where the Four of Cups character is actually be actively searching for something else. But I guess if you are bored, it would make sense if you're a rebel to be moving towards something else, not just sitting there and allowing the boredom to overtake you. So that makes complete sense, right? The letdown, the Five of Cups. Oh, what is happening here? I'm not sure I understand the picture. Is she holding a phone cord? Maybe she got a bad phone call or something. The Six of Cups. Oh, and the little windmills. I remember those. The time capsule. Yeah, both of these feel like a time capsule. I love both of these, and they feel similar. They're definitely giving similar vibes to me. There's not a lot of cards in these decks that I think are giving similar vibes, even though they're done by the same artist, which I think is interesting. She has another deck, one that's on the ocean. And I was thinking about picking that one up, but I thought, three, because I also got the Oracle for this, and I thought three decks is enough. But I feel like this one feels very different from this one. It's the same artist, but even the way that she's interpreted the cards or the way that they vibe feels a little different in both cards, both decks. There's a couple that overlap, that I mentioned, but for the most part, they feel different. I was wondering if I would feel the same if I brought in the um the ocean one because I've been looking for a good Scorpio season deck, but I was like I said, I was already doing three. I was already three decks in, so I was like, let me chill. Eight of Cups, done and dusted. Yep, and we have a chimney sweep. I like that for the Eight of Cups because we're thinking about moving. The Eight of Cups is like moving onwards and upwards, right? We're moving into a higher ground. So the chimney sweep is actually standing on a roof, going down and cleaning out what was behind. So it's a different. It's giving that rebel vibe, right? The Nine of Cups. This is very Nine of Cups with his rosy cheeks. And here we have wishes. So we're going with the wishes. Wishes granted. Terms and conditions apply, apparently. I love the look of the background of this with all of the style here. It's very pretty. Ten of Cups. Look how happy they are with their rainbow wallpaper and their beautifully framed children's drawing. um, and this is the happy little cult. Oh, so we're happy, but it's a cult, you know. Page of Cups, the heart stir. Aw, look how cute he is. The Knight of Cups, the mood rider. And the Queen of Cups, the tide turner. Ooh, I like that. I like both of these Queens of Cups. This one is very serene, and this one she's feeling like changeable. Like she's trying to actually actively put her love out into the world, put her warmth out to the world. What's going on with these fish? So we've got two down here and one there, and I guess they need to if this fish doesn't get down there, he's going to run out of water soon. So interesting. I wonder what she run out of love to give the Queen of Cups. King of Cups. Looks like he's in an aquarium. One of those aquariums where the fish swim over your head and you walk through a tunnel. And he's the peacekeeper. Over here. Ace of Pentacles. The wild idea. Seeds. Oh, she's holding seeds. And she's going to plant. Okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah. A beautiful mess. Yes, both of them in different ways. I feel like women are always doing too much, right? I have a deck called Women Who Do Too Much. And yeah, so I think it's I think it's fitting that we've got women in both of these cards doing too much. But we're a beautiful mess, you know. The work in progress, Three of Pentacles. I think it's interesting how many children I'm seeing in this deck. For it to be a rebel deck, I thought there were going to be more rebel aged people, but I guess children can be rebels, can't they? You know, before society and consequences and all that start to alter their perception of the world and the way that they act and the way they move in the world, they are rebels naturally, I guess. So the Four of Pentacles, this is giving the Halloween vibes. The security blanket. Okay. Yeah, I like that for the Four of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. I remember this card from the Kickstarter. The first Kickstarter that she did, the one I didn't back. It looks like they have, so she has a glass, and it almost looks like she has one of those like adult Capri Sun bags, you know, with wine in it, like those plastic pouches. But it's closed. We're closed, okay? And this is the casualty. Okay, that's sad. The tip jar for the Six of Pentacles. I think tips are a smart choice for the Six of Pentacles. Normally, if we're in real world situations, that's how we're going to see that. And then we've got like a bonus or a tip or somebody giving something extra, right? And the Six of Pentacles over here, it's more traditional. We have someone, the have, that is giving to the have not, pouring into. There's a Coca-Cola in the background. The Seven of Pentacles, waiting in this beautifully decorated room full of plants. Both of them, really, the waiting game. Ooh, I like the clocks in this one. Ooh, I love the clocks and the calendars and stuff. That's fun. Eight of Pentacles, the new recruit. She's studying and she's painting. So this is more of a creative Eight of Pentacles, and this is more of a academic. You know, I like both of these, and I will say that I don't tend to see a lot of academic depictions on my Eight of Pentacles. It's usually more of a creative thing, or sometimes I might see like people working, you know, in an office or something like that. But this sort of academic, scientist studying kind of situation, I don't normally see a lot of that in the Eight of Pentacles. I think that that's nice to have a little bit of a change there. In this deck in general, it's a little bit different. It's just a little different from what I'm used to seeing in my other decks. The Nine of Pentacles with the life upgrade. Let me upgrade you. The Ten of Pentacles is the full house. Her and all her kids. Okay, so over here we have a baby playing in a field with a butterfly. And here we have the seed sower. I definitely prefer this to this. This doesn't feel like a Page of Pentacles to me at all. Really more like a Page of Wands, I think. But they are in a green, you know, path, you know, some maybe in their backyard or something with these dandelions and stuff. And that's giving Pentacles. But the kid's not giving Page of Pentacles to me. the energy. I would see him more like a page of pentacles or even a page of cups, but not, I mean, not pentacles, wands or cups. The Knight of Pentacles with the steady plotter. Yes. Yes, yes. Look at him. Is he trying to hitchhike? These are so much fun. This echoes through time because you have people who don't look like they're supposed to be doing certain things, doing all of these crazy things because they've been dragged into modern times, you know. The Queen of Pentacles, the Nest Maker, both of them looking like they're doing a very good job at making beautiful space and for themselves. Here we have Easter eggs and rabbits and all of that given that Queen of Pentacles energy. King of Pentacles, Empire Builder. Money just falling out of his pockets. But look at this empire he built in the background. It looks like it's falling down, right? So there's something to be said about, you know, someone lording over a slum lord, right? So, Ace of Swords. We have a newspaper. The newspaper has been delivered. Here, the spark is coming from above. The information. What's in his hand? Is that a big pencil? I like the light bulb in the background. Two of Swords, the turning point. Literal turning point. Okay. The Three of Swords. Oh, she looks like she's been through some things. And the Heartquake. Heartquake. This feels like it could have been a disco song. Heartquake. This is traditional, but this feels like she took her heartache and made it into a disco song, you know? And I think that's you know, what a rebel would do, you know? The nap is calling, Four of Swords. Yep, I'm just gonna take a nap wherever I like. The Hollow Victory, Five of Swords. Yeah. True. Very true. What's happening here? I'm not sure what's in her hand. Let's see if I can see. What's that? Fur, egg? What is that? Can you tell? I'm not sure. Six of Swords, the exit strategy. Again, more traditional on this side. This one is definitely kind of surreal. It's very pretty though, with the balloons. It almost feels like New Year's balloons too. So, you know, it's a new time, a new year, a new life, whatever. Seven of Swords. What has she done? Where is she even at? Where is this? Like somebody's office? Like a tech where the servers are kept, maybe? Is she stealing information? Like, what is she doing up in here? I don't know. And the sneaky bastard over here. He does look so sneaky. Look at his face. Eight of Swords, Mind Maze. Okay. She's got a map. She looks like she wants to say something. She got her hand up like she's like, well, let me just ask you before before we get too deep into this, let me just ask. The Nine of Swords, very traditional. I love this. I like the way the swords are framed on the wall. So it's like, you know, trying to kind of stabilize them there. And then we have the panic button. Ooh, these ghoulish hands and all the ghouls in the background. I don't know if you can see. Let me hold it up closer. In the woods back there, it's like just very malicious looking animals. The Ten of Swords. Oh, the bitter end. And we've got this man with a whip. Or, no, this is a noose. Ooh, that's rough. Because, yeah, that's rough. Page of Swords, the Peace Disruptor. I kind of like that for the Page of Swords. Knight of Swords, Storm Chaser, the roller skates. The Knight of Swords is a fast mover. You might need something to help you get down the road a little bit faster. Roller skates will do it. Queen of Swords, the sharp shooter. The truth can hurt, it says here. She's got microphone, or it's like a telephone, old school telephone, even a pen and ink, a pen, what is this called? Quill and ink. But then she's got this, um, like you're looking through the what is it even called? I don't even know the words. I don't even have the words. Like if you're gonna shoot like the sniper rifle where you look through and you see that. I don't even know what that's called, but that's what I think it is. The King of Swords and the Mastermind. I don't know anything about guns. Okay. And the Ace of Wands with the Big Bang. Yeah. Mayhem. City Limits. She's right on the edge of mayhem as the Two of Wands. Love it. Love it. What are they going to get into in this wand suit? I'm excited to see. The Three of Wands over here. She's at the train station or the airport or somewhere. And the Great Escape. Okay, for the Three of Wands. Passport. There's a gate here. How's she going to get? Oh, she's got the key. I was like, how's she going to get through the gate? The Four of Wands, very cute. After parties, two parties. This one has fairy lights. Five of Wands. Looks like they're on a red carpet. Interesting. Interesting. The power struggle. Choose me. I'm here for you. You need me. Pick me. I'm the one. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I like it. Where are they? I'm trying to see in the background. It's hard to see. It's very lightly done in the background. Is this outside of a theater, or is this like is it a courthouse? I'm not sure. This is definitely a red carpet, like they're going into a movie premiere or something. The Six of Wands, the Rising Star. Okay, so we're back on the movie scene here. Different decks, but um, Seven of Wands. Put up your dukes. No justice, no peace. The uphill battle. These bees. The Eight of Wands. The fast track. I don't understand how this is fast moving unless it's just the fast moving city that they live in general. This feels more like fast moving. But you know he's got the wings on his hat and all that kind of stuff. So it's just like a modern mime version of Mercury or something. The Nine of Wands. The last one standing. He got all the little G.I. Joe men down there. Composition. I guess it depends on who you're reading for, but the composition of this card and all of the things in it make me think of PTSD. Like if I was reading for someone who had some kind of PTSD, particularly from like a war, that's what this feels like to me. What does that say? What does her shirt say, or his shirt? Hide and seek world champion. Okay, interesting. Ten of Wands. The overload. The overload. Okay. He is leaving. Leaving. It says do not enter, do not cross, but he is like, nope, I'm out. um, the Page of Wands. What she got down here? Wild, fire, a backpack, a camera. I'm not sure what that says. It's too small for me to see. And then the flamethrower. Let me see if I can hold that up and see it in the viewfinder. No, it's still too small. Maybe I'll see it in the editing. I have no clue. All right. The Blaze Runner. Yeah, so he's doing the jumping, the vaulting, not vaulting, the hurdles. Knight of Wands. Okay. Queen of Wands, the hot shot. This cat. Very curious. Freedom takes courage. And the King of Wands, the Pioneer. And that is the last card. Here are the backs again. It looks like this one has an extra card, so I didn't see an extra one for this one, but this one came with the extra double-sided card that you could use in your deck. Okay, so let's compare the cardstock. It's definitely different. This is a satin matte, so it feels very satiny and it's a little bit sticky. You can see it's clumping, and it's bent. So I'm thinking if I try to riffle it, it's going to get a wave. But I have to riffle it because it's too clumpy to overhand right now because it's brand new. But I do love this pretty edging. And this one doesn't have any edging. I don't know if maybe that's because the Kickstarter didn't raise enough to get the edging, or if it was just because she changed the I know she said she printed this one in the UK, so maybe they didn't have an option for edging. But the cardstock is really nice. It's like a buttery, sort of nice slidey, maybe semi gloss. But it does feel like when you do this, it feels a little cardboardy. Where this one doesn't have that cardboardy feel. It's more of a bounce to that one. So there's that. These are both standard tarot size. So up against the Hay House card, you can see that they are both standard tarot size. They're the same size, but the Quiet Rebel has a deeper, they're the same size, but the Quiet Rebel has a deeper curve on the edging. These are not as rounded on the edges. And then I actually got the Quiet Rebel Oracle as well. Maybe we'll take a look at that too while we're here. Knock that one out too. I have a little bit of time. Let's see how they shuffle. Yeah, these actually shuffle really nice. Like I said, they are a little bit sticky, but these are a nice shuffle for a riffle. And they didn't get a wave. And it looks like the bow is coming out a little bit. It's not as deeply bowed as it was. So that's good. I don't mind a bow as long as it doesn't mean that the cards are going to like wobble on the table when I put them down or spin around on my table. So let's just see. Yeah, they sit still. We're good. I'm okay with it. Yep. So cardstock is fine. It's fine. All right, so that's that one. And we have the Three of Swords. So we'll read from the Three of Swords. Okay, so we just have one keyword on each one. So the three, where is it? Oh, here it is. Pain. We just have pain for the keyword there. And this one doesn't really have much. Let me see what's in the guidebook. So the guidebook for this is, it explains what's in the picture. So that's great. It says heartbreak, the striking visual of the swords piercing a heart coupled with the couple's mourning symbolizes deep emotional pain and betrayal. Shared sorrow. The presence of both figures emphasizes shared grief or mutual loss, highlighting the impact of emotional wounds on relationship. Catharsis. The rain and their mourning gesture suggests a cathartic release of emotions, which is crucial for healing. And then reversed keywords, it says healing process, the beginning of recovery and mending of friendships, moving past the initial pain. Forgiveness, the potential for reconciliation and forgiveness, leading to restored harmony. Unresolved issues. Despite efforts to heal, some emotional scars might remain, indicating a need for future emotional work or support. And then it says about the card. Originally, the characters on this card were in a pastoral setting. I put them into the Three of Swords because they looked totally heartbroken. They're shut out of a building, sitting on steps in the rain. There is a child's drawing of a heart in front of them with three swords going straight through it. Okay. I love the guidebook. I'm definitely going to be using it as I work with this deck going forward. Let's look at the Quiet Rebels now. Let's shuffle this one. Let's see how it shuffles. Okay, for me, it's a little stiff and my hands are small. I mean, I can riffle and bridge, but it's tough on my hands. I think the better for me is going to be the overhand. It is nice and smooth, nice and buttery overhand. So this is probably going to be easier for me because my hands are small. And it's kind of a little bit stiff. Oh, I can do it this way too. So yeah, I can do the side shuffle and I can do the overhand with this pretty easily. Let's see what we get. Knight of Cups, Mood Rider. So we'll start with this and then we'll go into the guidebook. So it says Mood Rider, Knight of Cups. Chase what moves your heart, but stay grounded. Okay, so it says quiet rebel insight. Romance the vision, but pack your common sense. A dream worth chasing will ask you to feel deeply and still keep your feet on the ground. Core message. A mood writer is a passionate adventurer who follows their emotional compass above all else. It's the card of pursuing dreams, diving headfirst into relationships, or chasing inspiration with unwavering enthusiasm. The mood writer isn't afraid to show their emotions or act on them. This card is about following your heart wherever it leads. But it's not all flowery idealism. There's a drive here, a sense of pursuit that's both romantic and purposeful. This is someone who wants to bring their emotional world into the real world, whether through artistic expression, love, or purpose driven actions. Shadow side. Reversed, the mood writer can indicate emotional burnout or the risk of chasing unattainable fantasies. It might suggest an emotional roller coaster or a tendency to act impulsively and ignoring consequences of following desires without grounding. Keywords upright, passion, creativity, emotional pursuit, romantic gestures following the heart. Keywords reversed, unrealistic expectations, emotional burnout, impulsive actions, chasing unattainable ideals. Truth bomb. What dreams am I chasing? And is it truly mine or someone else's ideal? Great. All right. So love the guidebooks. They are digital, so you can get them. You just have to scan the QR code once you get the deck. So while we're here, we might as well take a look at this Quiet Rebel Oracle by Lyn Thurman, the same artist, and these are meant to go together. But we're gonna see them all together at the end here. So it says the Quiet Rebel Oracle invites you to join the most powerful rebellion of all, one that requires no weapons, no raised voices, just a quiet commitment to finding your truth, practicing radical kindness, and breaking free from the conditioned view of reality. It is a defiance born from within, a subtle revolution to the soul. This 46 card deck is your companion in that inner rebellion, offering inspiration, empowerment, and guidance as you navigate life's twists and turns. With its whimsical characters and thought provoking messages, the Quiet Rebel Oracle brings a fresh, playful perspective to these unpredictable and interesting times. All right. Comes in the same style box as the Quiet Rebel Tarot. My copy did anyway. I'm not sure this is the first or second edition. It came with my Kickstarter, so I know that there was another version of this. I'm not sure if it was the same printer. I remember her saying that she was going to reprint some of these, so maybe this is the reprinting. I'm not sure. There is a double-sided card here that says Truth Bomb, so I can shuffle that in, and I guess it would be a Truth Bomb card because I don't know if there's a Truth Bomb card in here. And this is the back. So it could be a stopper card or I could use it as a truth bomb card. It comes with a booklet. So actual physical booklet. It says, hey, Quiet Rebel, and then using the Quiet Rebel Oracle, and then it gets into the write-up. So what you have here is what's on the card, the titles, the divination or the advice, a declaration of defiance, which is like an affirmation, and then a truth bomb, which is a question to ask yourself. And then in the back, okay, so it's just about the artist. You can sign up for her newsletter there. Good, solid book. And I love that the writing is nice and big. I can read it from way, like I don't have to pull it close to my face. I can see it from here with no problem. So that's great. Nice and big and bold. Let's take a look at the cards. The cardstock is the same as the tarot, which is like that sort of like buttery matte kind of cardboardy, snappy stock. And I think that these are a little bit smaller than a normal oracle size. Let me just check. I mean, no need to guess. Here's a Hay House card. Yeah, they are slightly smaller. So you can see that there. They're a little smaller. Not a ton smaller. It's not like a big deal, but they are just a little smaller. All right, so let's go through the keywords. We've got autonomy, beware the thought police, resilience, release. Ooh, she's got a big match. Connect to the limitless, the swing, trying to go as high as you can, be as strong as you can, cosmic joke, humor, approval, independence, cut the cord, joy, protection, healing. Looking at these, I'm wondering how they would pair up with the Oracle of the Rewilding. And maybe like a dark and light reading or something like that. What's above and what's on the surface and what's below the surface kind of reading. I don't know. Unlearning, workaround, workaround, trying to figure things out, loophole. Lost and found, rediscovery, authenticity, loving defiance, fluidity, move like water, transformation. This is like a tornado coming through. That's going to be a big transformation. Necessary storm. Not for sale. Nothing is normal. Unconventionality. Exploration. Awakening. Look at her eyes. What is going on? Authority. Kindness. Rebel without applause. So you about philanthropy really, and truth telling. Mindfulness. I like this. Reclaim the mundane. And we've got these like maids, maybe. I don't know, like a housekeepers, house cleaners, vision, or maybe just wives, from back in the day, cleaning their own house. Vision, see beyond, sneaky tricks, cunning, desire. I love this picture. Retreat, detachment, triumph. These are great keywords, especially for like motivational everyday kind of morning messages or evening, motivation. Trying to drum up energy for something, or to find your way, directional kind of readings, boundaries, urgency. Even I think maybe these could even be used for clarifying relationship or interpersonal readings as well. Opportunity. So, like relationships at work, relationships with loved ones. I don't know if maybe like they would work for romance, but they could. Momentum. If you're working on a relationship. The quiet rebellion starts with you. Okay. That's a very different card from the other cards, but I think so is this one. If I wanted to use it as a truth bomb card. So those would be two very different cards in the deck. I don't know. I think I'll take them out for now, but let's give it a shuffle. So again, same cardstock as the tarot, no edging, nice smooth edges though. And you've got the deeply rounded edges. It's like that buttery kind of matte, very nice, smooth, easy to shuffle overhand. Cardstock. It is kind of cardboardy, but it's I don't know. It's is sturdy, is what I could say for it. It's a sturdy, nice, sturdy cardstock. And if you missed it earlier, it's a little bit smaller than a normal oracle. So this is a Hay House size oracle. They are just a tiny bit smaller. Right. I think I could riffle these because they're a little shorter, but they're going to be a little bit stiff. Yeah, they're kind of stiff, you know. And I don't want to break them or mess them up. So I don't think bridging is smart for me. Not for me. Maybe your hands are stronger than mine. But right. Let's read from the guidebook. So we've got The Great Unplug, Detachment. So if you want to read it for yourself, read it for yourself. In a world filled with distractions, stepping back is sometimes the only way forward. This card calls for detachment, not just from technology, but from emotional entanglements and mental clutter. By unplugging, you create a sacred space for clarity and renewal. Detachment offers a fresh perspective, helping you see what truly matters and refocus on what's meaningful. Embrace the stillness and let go of anything that weighs you down. This period of detachment can be a getaway to deeper understanding, allowing you to return to life with renewed energy. Declaration of Defiance: I detach and let go of distractions, returning to what truly matters. And the truth bomb is: what in my life feels overwhelming or distracting? How can I detach from it to gain clarity and refocus on what's most important? So it feels like a hermit card, right? The great unplug. Okay, so now what I want to do is look at them together. So let's do that real quick and then we'll get out of here, bro. It's the same artist, so I'm thinking it'll be fine. I mean, it's going to be different coloring because this one is a little darker in tone, but not in imagery, but just in tone. Yeah, I think it's fine. What do you think? Let me know. I think it's fine. I think it looks good. It gives me a little pop of color in the middle for focal point. Okay. So that's that. So then what if I wanted to do this, where I have one on one side and one on the other? Maybe I want to do past and present. So because we're in the like past, and then here's the present, and then here's the focus. So I'm focusing on cunning. In the past, I was determined and focused, but now presently I'm in a waiting game. So I need to be more cunning in order to pull myself from this waiting game in order to maybe get back to my old ways of being more determined and focused. In the past, oh, I'm mixing up the decks. I have to be careful. In the past, we had the Six of Swords, and in the present, we have the Page of Pentacles, and the focus here is boundaries. I like this. And I mean, I could use this however I want. I can just do any kind of spread with all of them together, but that's just what popped into my head right now. But I like this. Yes. So, okay. That is the Quiet Rebel. Well, that's the Echoes of Through Time over here. And then over here, we've got the Quiet Rebel Tarot. And then in the middle, the Quiet Rebel Oracle. So those are the decks. Let me know what you think of them in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle, and I would love to have you. The links will be down below where you can pick up all three of the decks. And until I see you next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.